Welcome to Voice of the Inland Empire, your weekly adventure into the who, what, where, and why of our Southern California communities. And normally we are coming to you from one of my favorite places in the world, Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland, where many nights you'll find me here having dinner and a drink. But today we are going on location to learn about an organization called HOPE, Helping Out Pets Every Day. This group works hard to find dogs and cats forever loving homes. And we're going to be joining them at one of their big fundraisers for the year. It's going to be a lot of fun. You will not want to miss it. And please remember, check out our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where you can always watch current as well as an archive of years of past shows. So don't go away. The best is yet to come. Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland is one of my favorite places to go for food, for drink, and for great entertainment. Located at 296 2nd Street in Old Town Upland, just north of the gazebo and just east of Euclid Avenue. This is a wonderful place with a broad menu, variety, great drinks, great fun, and marvelous people. They have weekly specials. These are my favorites. Check out their Monday night $5.99 steak dinner. How can you go wrong? They have specials virtually every night of the week. And then they have entertainment going on all the time, from trivia contests to karaoke to dancing to some of the best cover bands you'll ever hear on Fridays and Saturday nights. Check them out on Yelp, check them out on Facebook, or come on by and say you heard about them on Voice of the Inland Empire. I love it so much here. This is where we're shooting the show, right here from the bar at Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland. Come on by. Any evening, who knows, you may just see me here having dinner and a drink. Today, Voice of the Inland Empire is on the road, on location at the coolest event ever. This is an event put on by HOPE, Helping Out Pets Every Day, and it is their Walking the Runway event that serves two purposes: to raise money for a very worthy organization and maybe even adopt out a couple of pets to their forever loving homes. And I am joined by the leader of this prestigious organization, Margaret Kaufman. Margaret, it's been years since you've been on the show.
I know. It's wonderful to see you, Ron. Thank you so much for all of your affirmation about our organization.
I know. I bet you're surprised I remember all of that after this much time, huh?
Right. It's been quite a while, but it's wonderful that you're here.
Well, and I remember the days when we used to do the pet adoption fairs at Upland Memorial Park, and I'd MC, and the Ravelers would harass me, and we'd have all kinds of fun.
Fun days. Yeah.
Those were the fun days, and I still love those guys. I know they still work with you as well.
We had an event with them in March of this year. We had an event right here at the Doubletree with them.
They are awesome. The Ravelers, one of my favorite bands. Well, Margaret, tell me about what's going to be going on today. What is this event all up? Because I honestly, I walked in the room and I went, whoa.
Yeah, well, this is our best and most fun event that we put on, and it's so well attended. We have about 100 guests coming today. And what this event is fashioned after a Project Runway, which is a show on Lifetime that I watch all the time with Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum. And we thought, why not have a runway show with our dogs? And that's what we did. So this is our 5th year that we're doing this. And we have our models, who are mostly volunteers and Friends of Hope, that will be modeling fashions from Drapers and Damon in Pasadena. And I have one of their fashions on right now. Nice. And our dogs will be modeling their clothes from PetSmart. They'll be wearing.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
The dogs are going to actually be wearing outfits too?
The dogs will be wearing outfits. And they're actually the head of the entire show. No one wants to see the volunteers in the clothes. They want to see the dogs.
Yeah, put the volunteers in a potato sack. We want to see the dogs.
The dogs are the main thing that the people want to see. And that's why they come every year, because it's such an uplifting event. It's really an event where we all smile, because we focus on our dogs that need homes and that we've rescued from high kill facilities, and they're here available for adoption. And it's just the nicest event we put on in our organization, and we just love it.
So, of the dogs that are here that are up for adoption, do you expect to adopt them all out today?
Last year we adopted quite a few from the show, because people are interested. They see their personality, they see how they behave, and we get applications after the show is over that we pursue, because our goal is to actually make a good match. That's what it's all about. We want to make sure that the home is the right home for the dog and right home for the new owner.
And that's something that has always amazed me about your organization, is the level that you take that to make sure. And you go out and you do a home visit, you make sure the house is correctly prepared for the dog. Last thing you want is to get a dog adopted into a great home and then have it escape the first day.
Right. And unfortunately, one year we did have that happen, and that's why we're so into going to the home, looking at the area in the backyard where the dogs will spend some of their time. But we're hoping the dogs are best friends, that they'll be inside with their family. But we do check the outer fence and make sure, and we point out areas that may need to be shored up a little bit, because we don't want the dog to escape. And we also try to match the personality of the dog with the person that wants to adopt it. We think that's the most important thing, because, of course, if you're retired or you're not as active, you certainly don't want to get a Jack Russell Terrier that's going to be bouncing up and down and want you to take it out, because that's not going to work. It's not going to work because the dog isn't going to work for you. And we don't want to set anyone up with the wrong best friend. We want it to be a perfect home. And actually, Ron, we have had a very, very good I would say percentage. We hardly ever get dogs or cats returned to us, because we do take all that extra time to make sure that we're making a very good match.
And I don't know how many of our viewers that have been watching the show for any length of time remember, but our very first family dog, Teddy, came from one of your events, and to this day I feel fortunate that you allowed me to adopt the dog, because with my really goofy humor, you asked me if I like dogs, and I said I love dogs, medium rare, and I thought you were just gonna like hurt me, but but you forgave me.
I forgave you.
and
because I know you. I know who you are.
Exactly. So what's going to be happening at the event as people arrive today?
Okay, so people are going to be coming in at 11 o'clock. The doors will open. People will come in and they will visit the auction items that we have available, because this is also a fundraiser for us. We really need to raise the money. You know, when you adopt a pet or you have a dog or a cat, it definitely costs you money, because you have to feed that dog, you have to take care of it. There are medical expenses. Our medical expenses to care for the rescues, they don't always come in one piece. We took in a dog that had a broken leg. That was very expensive. We took in another dog that actually had a tumor, a spindle cell tumor, that had to go to a specialist. That cost money. So we're here with all these auction items, and we're hoping people will bid on them to help us raise money. So we have our luncheon, and then following that, we have the show. and the show is just the best. Everyone looks forward to it every year, and it seems like more people attend every single year.
Well, obviously, I mean, I'm looking around, there's lots of tables. And how many different silent auction items would you say you have? The whole room is surrounded by them.
This year we have close to about 80 items that have been donated by Friends of Hope and different companies that respect us and feel we're a reputable organization as a 501c3. So that's the reason why we have a lot of baskets today, and we appreciate everyone's donation to help us.
And that's something, because you guys have been around for so long, and you really have the support of some major organizations, including, like PetSmart and others within this area.
Yes, we've been at PetSmart since 2005, the Upland PetSmart that's in the Colony's Crossroads Shopping Center. We've been there since 2005, and we have other businesses that really understand what we do. I mean, we've been working with Western University in Pomona with their spay-neuter program, their VAX program since 2004. So we have spayed and neutered thousands of animals for residents in the neighboring area. And that in itself has prevented so many unwanted births, which results in animals not being born to die. And that's what we're all about.
That's awesome. So, Margaret, who am I going to be chatting with next?
You're going to speak with one of our board members, Robin Young. And I have to tell you a cute little story how we met Robin. Robin adopted a dog from the shelter. And it was a dog that Hope was going to actually rescue, but it was adopted out. So we were very happy. But then the Youngs had a bit of a problem with, integrating the dog in their home. And they happened to call us. And we worked with them to help them get their dog to be a better match in their home. And after that, Robin Young and her family decided they wanted to join Hope. And we're going back many, many years now. So we do have quite a track record and quite a history.
Well, Margaret, I'm looking forward to speaking with Robin and to the event, and especially watching the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ron. We appreciate it.
Don't go away. We will be right back. We are now joined by Robin Young, who is a member of the board of directors for Hope, helping out pets every day. And Robin, what is Hope all about?
Hope is about saving dogs and cats in the upland area specifically, but we do a lot of areas. We pull our dogs and cats generally from high kill shelters. Sometimes we have owner surrenders that we take care of, and our mission is to find that dog or cat a forever loving home. We don't want them to be coming back to a shelter or be coming back to us. We want them to go and stay there forever. So we want them to find a good match for both the family and for the animal.
And one of the things I've always loved about Hope is how well you vet that out. And you make sure not only that the home is ready, but that the pet, like you said, is a good match. But doing that, and along with that, you also do care for these animals, which sometimes I know can be a little expensive. So you need money. And you do fundraisers like this one. What are some of the other fundraisers that Hope does throughout the year?
Okay, one of my favorite fundraisers is we have a wine tasting event at Graber Olives. It's usually in June, and it's outside. It's in the evening. It's cooled down. It's beautiful. There's wine tasting. There's a meal, and it's a great evening. It's just a great time to sit down and relax and hang out outside, and it's really enjoyable.
And for anyone who's never been to the Graber Olive House in Ontario, right? It is the coolest place, and their olives are like addictive. Every time I go there, I buy a whole bunch of olives and walk out saying, I hate you all. So to go there and have olives and wine and support a good cause. So what month is that normally in?
It's usually in June.
Okay. And then what other events do you guys do throughout the year?
We also sponsor a dog walk, and we encourage people to come. It's been on the campuses of Claremont colleges most recently, and it's a 5K walk, but you don't have to walk the whole route if you don't want to. We bring our Hope dogs, and it's also a good time. A lot of times families that have adopted dogs bring their dogs back to us, and that's really fun to get to see those dogs again that we've adopted out, and now they just come in with a whole different demeanor. You can just see that they're happy and that, it's a great time.
So if I tried to do the 5K and got tired, could I have my dog carry me the rest of the way?
You could indeed, as long as the dog is big enough. Because we have to be safe with our dogs too.
Well, actually, he's really tiny, so that might be problematic. What other big events do you guys have throughout the year?
We do a calendar sales, which is a very big event. We get a nice income from calendar donations. And all of the dogs and cats on the calendar are former Hope dogs and cats. And I'm actually a teacher, and I always have a Hope calendar in my classroom. And every month, as soon as we turn the calendar, the students want to know who's the dog or cat for this month. And there's a little bio about the dog or cat, so we can find out information about them. And it really helps with the students too, because they're learning about how important it is to rescue and to take care of pets.
And that calendar, I get one every year. The photographs and it's breathtaking. And you've got so many businesses, people, industries that support what you guys do. For example, I know that Total Wine and More, who donated this gift basket, is a big supporter of yours. And it's just great that there's so many organizations that want to support what you guys do.
Absolutely. We also have dinners at Outback 4 times a year, and they give us part of the money, and it's a menu, it's a set menu, and you go in and you get it depends on the month, but it's a great meal. And we also do other sometimes restaurant fundraisers. We've also done popcorn sales. We've done pasta sales, which was a big hit this year.
My favorite, tell us about your Canine and Cocktails.
Oh, yes, indeed. Canines and Cocktails is right here at the Doubletree. It is the last Wednesday of every month from March through November, and it's in the outside seating area, and you can bring your dogs. You don't have to bring your dogs, but you can bring your dogs. We try and bring Hope dogs also. They're looking for homes, and they have treats for the dogs and treats for the people, and it's just a really fun evening.
That sounds great, because I'm a wine drinker and my dog is really into craft beers. So I'm kidding. No cards or letters, please. He drinks water, okay? And sometimes tastes my wine, but mostly just water. Well, Robin, I just hats off to you and everyone that works so hard through the Hope organization to help our pets right here in Upland and the Greater Inland Empire.
Thank you. And we are always looking for volunteers, so people can always visit our website and volunteer.
And what's the web address?
helpingoutpetseveryday.com. It's all one word.
I think we can remember that. Or check out our website, voiceoftheinlandempire.com. Drop me an email, and we'll be sure to get you in touch with the fine people at Hope. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more. Hi, I'm Ron Stark. Many people know me as the voice of the Inland Empire. And several months ago, I had one of the owners, Nick, on the show talking as an expert about the various options that men have for hair replacement, both surgical, non-surgical, and preventative. And I was so impressed with what he had to say, I decided to take the leap. I'm a little nervous about this because I've had this for a very long time. And I think with Nick's and his partner Tuck and some help from their company Dermatex, we may just find a whole new me. Let's go in and check it out. Hey, Nick.
Ron, it's really good to see you.
Good to see you again, my friend. I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous about this.
I know you are, but there's nothing to be nervous about. I want you to meet my partner, Tuck, who's going to be doing the designing for you.
Nick told me a lot about you.
I'm excited about meeting you. And,
This will be fun.
and what do we do now?
Come on in.
All right.
Okay. Nick, Tuck, I got to tell you, it was no small feat to get me here. I'm a little nervous about this, but after Nick, you and I had our multiple discussions about this process for my TV show, it really got me thinking. I did my own research too. Based on our discussions, I looked into the surgical hair replacement, and that's the whole surgery thing is just not for me. Plus, I've had some friends that have done it, and initially they were happy, but over time they kind of became dissatisfied. And you guys, Nick had mentioned to me that that's not uncommon.
No, but it's right for some people. It's not right for others. I've probably spoken to over 1,000 people that had transplants previously, and they came to us because they just weren't completely satisfied.
Like I told you, Ron, I started off with hair transplants years ago, and they really worked well for me for 4 to 5 years. But as my area got larger on top and the donor area got smaller, I realized it wasn't going to be a permanent solution. So.
And then I know for people that are just starting to lose their hair, you've got a laser therapy that could possibly prevent having to make that decision either way.
Well, that's more for somebody in the beginning stages of hair loss, not for somebody with advanced hair loss, but in the beginning. I mean, laser can stop the hair loss, and it can re-energize miniaturized hairs, and we see great results with it. But it has its limitations. Again, it's for somebody in the beginning, a man or a woman in the beginning stages of hair loss.
So I figured for me, I had some options. I could just choose to continue to have this big gaping bald spot on the top of my head.
Bad idea.
I could go with surgical hair replacement, which doesn't really sound like my cup of tea. Or I could go with non-surgical hair replacement. The laser, 10 years ago, maybe that might have helped me, but today it might tickle, but it's not going to probably do me a lot of good.
Correct.
So I made the decision. I'm a little nervous. I'm here. What happens next?
Ron, I know you're nervous, and you've thought about this for a long time. I first got involved in this 26 years ago as Nick's client, and then I became owner with him, and so it's kind of changed my life, over time.
And you both had, first time we met Nick, Marco, our videographer and editor, and I had a debate, and we both agreed that he hadn't had the procedure done. And I would have guessed the same about you, but I would be equally as wrong, wouldn't I?
Correct. We don't want you to be nervous. We have over 60 years experience between us. So we have some of the most experience of anyone in the country. So you're going to look great, and we're going to get you through your nervousness, and people are going to tell you look great.
Ron, the best thing that I can tell you is there's never been a better time to do this. The technology is here now. We have clients that you can comb your hair back, slick your hair back. I mean, the technology is here. It's like comparing a smartphone with a rotary phone. It's a great time to do this.
And that's what I see when I looked at your website, dermatexhair.com, and saw so many before and afters. Your ability to match the hair, that I can shower, I can swim, I can have fingers run through my hair.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's all very natural.
Yes.
Okay, so what's next?
Okay, we're going to go to the design room. We're going to match your hair. We're going to look at density. We're going to look at the color of your hair, gray percentage, and we want to match your hair perfectly, age-appropriate density. So let's go.
All right,
Let's do it.
let's go. We are on stage with Janet Westfall and Marcia. And Marcia's up for adoption, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Now, I understand Marcia just got done having some surgery, which Hope paid for, which is why we do these kind of fundraisers.
Yes.
What was Marcia's issue?
She had cancer, stage 1 cancer.
And that was removed?
Yes, and she's doing very well, very energetic, and she's been the official greeter here today.
And I've been... and I've been petting her since I saw her. She is so sweet and so friendly. So tell me, as one of the models, what is it that you and the other models are going to be doing?
We are going to be modeling each one of us 3 different outfits along with the dog. She will be wearing 3 outfits as well. Walking the runway.
So, do the dogs like go in for like their own doggy fittings?
Yes, they do. Each one of them gets to, pick out whichever outfit they would like to model.
That's incredible. Marcia, I want to ask you a question. Marcia, hey, Marcia. So, Marcia, tell me, what is it like being a doggy on the model runway? I don't know if you all heard that, but she said it's rough. So, when you got here to the hotel, this is a beautiful hotel. Tell me, what did you notice first? Oh, roof. It has a beautiful roof here. So that's what you noticed. And Marcia, I noticed that there was a tree out front that you had an affinity for. What did you like about that tree? Bark. She liked the bark. So Marcia is up for adoption. And Janet, how long have you been involved with Hope?
I would say for about 4 years. The very first time I attended was their Graber Olive wine tasting event, which I go to every year. It's just so fantastic.
So I get it. So Margaret Kaufman's kind of game plan is get people out, get them drunk, and then suck them into the organization. Is that right? Is that what she does?
Well, we all enjoy the wine. Let's put it that way. But no, I would do it regardless. She's a fantastic person. The events are wonderful. I always have such a good time. But this is my first time with this. So looking forward.
And you're right. Margaret is wonderful. What she spent, as long as I've known her, committed to taking care of and helping the dogs and cats of this area. And one of the things that I've noticed is all the volunteers really get it. They get how committed she is, and they become equally as committed to what the organization does.
Yes, that's good.
So 3 outfits, and here's the big question. Are we going to get Marcia adopted out today?
Yes, we are. That's our number one goal.
Well, if there's more than one person that wants Marcia, I'll do the auction, and we can kind of do bidding and get that. No, okay, never mind. All right. Well, there's plenty to bid on here, and I just know that with you and all of the volunteers, this is going to be a very, very special event, and I look forward to seeing your 3 outfits as well as Marcia's.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janet. Don't go away. We will be right back.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, host of the TV show Hoarders and president of SteriClean Inc. 5% of the population suffers from hoarding behaviors. Are you or a loved one overwhelmed with clutter? If so, let our caring and compassionate specialists support you every step of the way, drama-free. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS for a free estimate or visit hoarders.com. SteriClean has offices nationwide to assist you. Please call us at 1-800-HOARDERS. That's 1-800-462-7337.
What a great show. I so want to thank all of you for tuning in and joining us. And please set your DVRs so you never miss another episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. Or if you'd like to watch 24/7, check out our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where you can watch current shows as well as a complete archive of years of past shows as well. And when you're there, drop us a line, an email. We'd love to hear from you. What you like about the show, what you don't like, thoughts, ideas, suggestions. Have a recommendation for a show guest? We'd love to hear it. Our guests need to have topics of broad general interest and be non-commercial in nature. Or if you prefer the more traditional means of contact, you can call our telephone hotline at 909-746-8846. So, this is Ron Stark reminding you to be productive, care for your world and the people around you, work hard, find time for fun, and always remember to give back whatever and whenever you can. Until next time, goodbye for now.